A warm hello to all my students of class 10. Today I am back with another topic, and this time it is a short story titled The Necklace by Guy De Maupassant. Henry Ren Albert Guy De Maupassant was born on August 5, 1830. He was a popular French author who wrote under the pen name Guy De Maupassant. He is considered one of the fathers of modern short story as well as one of the finest practitioners. He was a popular writer during his lifetime and had the good fortune to see that his stories were widely read. Sadly, he suffered from mental illness in his later years and attempted suicide on January 2, 1892. He was committed to a private asylum in Paris and died the following year on 6 July 1893. The story that I would like to share with you today ends with a twist, also known as an ironic ending. The story teaches us to be honest and satisfied with what one has in life, because desire leads to suffering and pain. So let us see how the story unfolds. Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful woman called Matilda, who longed to have a life of comfort and luxury. However, due to ill fate, she was born into a family of clerks, and to add to her misery, she had no money for dowry and was married to Monsieur Loisel, a clerk from the Board of Education. Matilda, now Madame Loisel, had always felt that she should have been upper class, with beautiful frocks, jewels, a beautiful home, and elite gathering. But since in reality she had none of those, it made her miserable and dejected, and in the process she always ended up being unhappy and a whiner or a crybaby. Her husband, on the other hand, was jovial and content with whatever he had been blessed with. And he was also a very loving husband who bestowed his wife with all his loving care. One day, he presented his wife with an envelope, hoping that she would be excited. The envelope contained an invitation to a fancy upper-class party hosted by the Minister of Public Instruction. But to his horror, she threw the invitation and asked him to give it to his friend who had a stylish wife with many beautiful dresses. Tears rolled down her cheeks, and when Mr. Loisel, her husband, inquired, she said that although she desired to attend the party, she had no proper dress to wear, and that she did not want to be singled out amidst the elite gathering. It so happened that Loisel had saved money for a gun, as he wanted to join his friends for shooting larks on Sundays. However, when he realized that his wife longed for a dress, he decided to give up on his dream of hunting and handed over the 400 francs with which she could buy herself a beautiful dress. Finally, as the day of the ball approached, she surprisingly looked dismayed. When asked why, she replied that she was embarrassed to attend the event without any jewel to adorn her with. Her husband suggested she wear natural flowers, as that would make her look chic and stylish. Unable to convince her, he finally suggested her to approach her friend, Madame Forestier, and borrow some of her jewelry. Excited, she approached her friend Jean Forestier, who readily allowed her to select a jewelry of her liking. She thanked her and came back home happy with the sparkling diamond necklace. On the day of the ball, Madame Loisel danced with enthusiasm and happiness. She turned out to be the prettiest of all, elegant, gracious, smiling and full of joy. All the men noticed her, asked her name and wanted to be presented. Poor Mr. Loisel had been half asleep over midnight in one of those saloons with 3 other gentlemen whose wives were enjoying themselves very much. They finally returned home at nearly 4 in the morning. As they were leaving, he threw around her shoulders a modest or ordinary shawl around her, and she did not want to be noticed by other women who were wrapping themselves in rich furs. So she hurriedly walked till they finally found an old carriage to take them home. On reaching home, she removed the wraps from her shoulders before the mirror for a final view of herself in her glory. But to her horror, she realized that the necklace was gone. Her husband, who was tired, had to go down to the street looking for it. He even had to approach the police and give an advertisement in the newspaper. But all seemed futile. He then asked his wife to write a letter to Madame Forestier saying that she would return back her necklace in a few days' time, since the clasp got broken and she had to give it for repair. After waiting for a week and still no success in finding the necklace, they decide to go for a new one. They finally get one in a shop, Palais Royal, that looks very identical to the one they lost. But this one was valued at 40,000 francs. They could get it for 36,000 francs. Loisel had 18,000, which he had inherited from his father. However, they had to borrow the rest from moneylenders at a very high interest and by making ruinous promises. Then they bought the necklace and returned it back to Madame Forestier, who seemed angry because it was returned late. Then the saving spree began. The Loisels sent away the maid, shifted to a rented room in an attic, and Mrs. Loisel had to do all the household chores. Even her husband had to work overtime in order to make ends meet. In short, they had to compromise and led a miserable life. This dragged on for 10 years and finally they got over with the death. By this time, Mrs. Loisel looked too old for her age. One day, she saw her friend Jean Forestier on the street. She approached her and Forestier was shocked to realize that it was her friend Loisel. Loisel then told her the truth about the necklace, to which her friend Jean Forestier revealed that the necklace was an imitation and worth only 500 francs. This left poor Loisel stupefied. And with this we come to the end of our lesson. And of course, it leaves us with a moral of the story, that is, we all need to be grateful for what we have and we need to stop desiring for things which is beyond our capacity. To conclude, many people lose the small joys in the hope for big happiness. Be thankful for what you have and you will end up having more. So, with this, I sign off. Thank you for watching and stay safe.